Hi, this is Law&Crime Network, and I'm Linda Kenney Baden. We're following a case out of Stamford, Connecticut, involving the disappearance of a New Canaan woman named Jennifer Dulos. The mother of 5 disappeared on May 24th, 2019, after dropping her kids off at school. Now, Jennifer's estranged husband, Fotis Dulos, was arrested and charged in her murder, but he died by suicide before his trial date. Now, the only player left in the case is the girlfriend of Fotis Dulos, Michelle Troconis. Prosecutors accuse her of helping cover up the murder of Jennifer Dulos by disposing bags of evidence and creating an alibi for Fotis. Now, the prosecution's case has been underway for over 2 weeks. And this week, a key witness took the stand. Pawel Gumienny was project manager for Fotis Dulos' company, and more importantly, the owner of a red Tacoma pickup truck the prosecution believes was used in the murder. The state initially charged Gumienny with hindering prosecution, but struck a deal that granted him immunity in exchange for his testimony and cooperation in the investigation. There were several important moments during Gumienny's testimony, so let's go through them together. Right at the beginning of his direct examination, he told the jury that Fotis made an eyebrow-raising comment about Jennifer around the time of their divorce. Let's check it out.
He said, like, back on his ill, and he's gonna have to put him to sleep. And he said something like, can you believe that Jennifer won't even let the kids come over and say goodbye to the Lord before we put him to sleep?
Did you respond to that comment?
I don't remember.
And you indicated that the defendant was present. Did she say anything at that point?
Yes.
Tell the jury what the defendant said.
She said she should be buried right next to this dog.
Another observation Gumienny talked about was Fotis Dulos' appearance, specifically when he went to retrieve his pickup truck from one of Dulos' properties.
Did you get out of your vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Well, not your vehicle, out of the Raptor, I guess. And did you say anything to Mr. Dulos?
Yeah, I made a comment about his hair.
And when you say you made a comment about his hair, describe his hair for the jury.
He was closely shaved.
In 2019, how were you wearing your hair?
Exactly the same way.
So what did you say to Mr. Dulos about his hair?
I told him, what are you doing? You shave your head. We're wearing dirty or work clothes. You're trying to be as handsome as me.
And how did Mr. Dulos respond?
I think he just smiled.
Did you ask Mr. Dulos what they were doing at 80 Mountain Spring Road?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He told me they were cleaning. He told me Michelle was cleaning the windows, and he was cleaning some stuff outside. Overruled.
You can continue.
He told me Michelle was cleaning the windows, and he was cleaning some stuff outside.
How long had you known the defendant at this point? Approximately.
About 2 or 3 years.
And isn't it true that in all those years you never saw her cleaning a project site?
I don't recall it.
Did you see any garbage bags?
No.
Did you see any cleaning supplies?
No.
Let's move on to testimony about the Toyota Tacoma. As I previously mentioned, investigators believe Gumienny's pickup truck was used by Fotis Dulos and Michelle Troconis in the disposal of Jennifer's body. Prosecutors asked Gumienny about his interaction with Fotis surrounding the return of his truck a few days after Jennifer's disappearance.
You testified earlier that the defendant had taken your keys from 80 Mountain Spring Road on May 24, 2019. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did the subject of the defendant having your keys come up during this conversation on May 28th?
Yes, he did.
Can you explain to the jury how it came up?
Dulos was asking me, how do I come back from New Canaan, and how do we met and all that on that day? And I told him that once I get to 80 Mountain Spring Road to pick up my truck, there was no key for it. And he told me not to mention that, not to mention that Michelle had a key.
So you brought up the fact that your key wasn't in Tacoma, and Mr. Dulos told you not to mention that Michelle had the key?
Yes.
What were his exact words, if you recall?
I can't remember. Let's not mention that, or something.
Sticking with the truck, Gumienny found some suspicious items inside when he went to put tools away. Let's hear what he told the jury.
You testified earlier that there was some conversation about which vehicle you were going to take, and that it was agreed that you would take the Cherokee. Do you recall that testimony?
Yes.
Before taking possession of the Cherokee, did you do anything with respect to your Toyota?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury what you did?
So I load, I believe, some mirrors and some plumbing fixtures, maybe shower heads. They were delivered to the office. I loaded it into the Jeep so I can take him to New Canaan. And then I went back to my Tacoma to grab my tools and put them in the Jeep. And then when I look back behind the seats, I discover a red bucket with blue, I think it was hoodie or jacket.
Where exactly was the bucket?
Behind one of the seats.
Behind one of the seats?
Yes,
Do you recall which seat?
I don't.
Had you seen this bucket before?
No,
Did you put the bucket, obviously not in the Tacoma if you'd never seen it before?
no, I didn't.
I can't remember exactly where we left off, but I think you were discussing a bucket that you had found in your Toyota Tacoma, is that correct?
Yes.
And what was inside the bucket?
I believe it was like hoodie or jacket, blue color.
And what color was the bucket?
Red.
Can you describe the bucket to the jury in terms of its size?
It was smaller than 5-gallon bucket with like a, like little nose in it, like cleaning bucket that you can, makes it easier to pour it to water to a smaller container.
Did you notice anything else in your vehicle at that time?
No.
What, if anything, did you do with the bucket?
I took the bucket and I went upstairs through the office. I didn't see Dulos there, so I left it in the laundry room. And then I believe I saw him on my way back when I gave him back the key to my Tacoma, and I told him that I left the bucket in the laundry room.
Did he say anything about the bucket?
I said, like, thank you. I don't recall it.
After you had this conversation with Mr. Dulos, what did you do?
I went to work, went to New Canaan.
Back to 61 Sturbridge?
Yes,
And what vehicle did you take?
the Jeep.
Prosecutors spent a lot of time discussing the Tacoma because it is such an important part of the case. More specifically, they believe Jennifer Dulos' body could have been inside that truck before returning the Tacoma. Gumienny said Fotis took it to the car wash and also had something to say about his car seats.
Were you able to view your Tacoma?
Yes,
How did the exterior appear to you?
it was just washed.
And when Mr. Dulos parked the Tacoma, what happened next?
He opened the door and he started playing with the side handle on the seat. And he told me, "What's up with this? This doesn't work." the seats are not original. He told me, they look ghetto, you should get rid of them, you should change them. And I told him, yeah, I know, it's, you know, the truck has other problems, I gotta get to it. It's leaking oil and things like that. And I told him, I'll get to it. But he told me, no, you should change the seats, you should fix the truck, sell it, or lower the price and sell the truck. I'll give you a good deal on the Jeep.
I'm going to check the hearsay.
The court does not hear it as being offered by counsel for the truth of the matter asserted.
That's correct, Judge.
Overruled.
And I told him, I don't want your Jeep, I need something that's all-wheel drive for snow plowing.
You indicated lower the price on your vehicle. Were you trying to sell your vehicle?
I had that in mind for like a year to upgrade it, to get a better truck, but I didn't post it anywhere.
Another point brought up on direct examination included an incident 3 days after Jennifer Dulos' disappearance, where Gumienny helped Fotis Dulos and Michelle Troconis move firewood to a shed on the couple's property. Here's an account of unsettling words Troconis allegedly said about Jennifer.
Now, this week began Monday, May 27th. I want to talk to you about other things that happened during that week, if I could. Did there come a point during that week where you helped the defendant move firewood?
Yes.
Do you recall exactly what day that was?
No.
But you can tell us it's sometime the week of May 27th?
I believe so, yes.
Where were you moving firewood from?
He has woodshed on right back corner of his property.
And did the topic of Jennifer Dulos' disappearance come up?
Yes,
Who brought it up?
Michelle.
And do you recall what the defendant said to you about Jennifer Dulos' disappearance?
Yes, so Michelle was upset that her and her daughter pictures were posted by the news online, and she said, I'm gonna kill that when she's gonna turn up. And I said, don't say that. And she said that she's gonna be suing the news. She's writing down who posted what pictures. And I believe at that time, Dulos walked out of dining room door, and then he was asking us, it like became awkward. He asking us, well, what are you guys doing? And Michelle said, nothing, we're just talking. Like, this is how the conversation ended.
Towards the end of Tuesday's testimony, all the strange behavior between Fotis Dulos and Michelle Troconis led Gumienny to confront Fotis about his truck.
When you arrived at Fort Jefferson between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, where did you go?
I went upstairs to the office.
When you got into the office, was anyone present?
Dulos was, yes.
Did you speak with Mr. Dulos at that time?
Yes.
What did you say to Mr. Dulos?
I just couldn't hold it anymore, and I just went off on him. I told him, what's up with my truck? Why did you clean it? And he smiled at me and says, because you were never gonna do it. And I told him, seriously, why did you clean my truck? And he says, don't worry about it, there's nothing going on. I went to Jennifer's house for Mother's Day, I gave her a hug, I hold the cat. And then I came back, and then I was having the same clothes, and I was driving your truck. There might be hair in it or something, I just want to clean everything. The police might come in, they find something, they're gonna destroy my name, destroy the company name, no one's gonna ever want to build it with me. And I said, why you want me to change the seats? what's up with the seats? And he said, like, can we not talk about it? Can you just do it? And then he'd keep on pressing me and pressing me on it. And then
Let me stop you there. When you say he keeps on pressing you and pressing you, can you describe his demeanor for the jury?
yeah, he like he was growing angry and he keep on saying like, you gotta do it. You can you do it?
Did he appear scared?
At a little bit later point.
After he pressed you, did you make any suggestions to him?
Yeah, he become scared and angry when I told him that I went to a couple junkyards. I can't change him because I don't physically have him. I couldn't buy him. And what do you want me to do? And then he kept pressing and he was growing angry. And I finally said, the only seats I can think of would be the Cayenne seats. And he says, yeah, do that.
And just to refresh the members' memory, the Cayenne is the Porsche Cayenne at 585 Deer Cliff Road. And after Mr. Dulos said, yeah, do that, what happened next in the conversation?
I went to 585.
Well, let me ask you this before we get there. Did Mr. Dulos offer to help you?
Not at this point.
Okay. So what happened next?
I went to 585 and I opened the door. There was like two huge exterior house doors right next to the Cayenne. I had to move those. I opened the door. I got into the Cayenne and the battery was dead and I couldn't, the seats were electric. I couldn't move them back and forth to get to the bolts. So I was like, screw that. I went back to Fort Jefferson and I told him, listen, the seats are electric. The battery is dead. I can't move them. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. He says, no, you gotta do it. Get the battery booster, get the wrench, and get him, take him out, change him, and get rid of him so nobody will ever find him. And then I think this is when he offered me, I'm gonna go with you, I'm gonna help you.
And after he said, get rid of them so no one will ever find them, and offered to help you, did you accept his help?
Between the truck and the supposed threats made by Fotis Dulos and Michelle Troconis, it's safe to say the jury has a lot to digest. So we'll keep following the trial of Michelle Troconis as the prosecution case continues. You are watching Law and Crime.